Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to pot up the brassicas that we started about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I can't remember, but I'll put it there on the screen of the day we started these. So here's what they look like. Uh, they are overgrown. I planned to pot them up last week, as well as start the peppers, my peppers, because I normally do that around mid-February, but I got a little busy, so I'm a week behind on that, but it's okay. They'll catch up. I am shocked that this grew like this, and I am going to contribute it to that grow tent I bought. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but it seems that they grew really fast by being in that grow tent. Now, I already have my soil. I'm going to show you here. I mixed this up earlier today. This is a 10-gallon tub. Very soft. Holds a little bit of a consistency. It's not really wet. It's very moist. Holds a consistency. Now this is a mixture of potting soil, about 50% potting soil, 10% peat moss. No, 50% potting soil, 40% peat moss, and 10% perlite. Okay, so this is what we have. It looks really good, guys. Really, 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 really good. So that's what we're going to use as the soil. I'm going to use cups from last year. I already washed them out. They already have written on them what we're going to plant. These both are Georgia collards, but all the cups are already written out and washed and over here. Okay, so we're going to use all these cups, and I'm probably not going to get them all planted up tonight, because remember we did one full row of Georgia collards here, and I have several in each cell. I have anywhere from 2 to 4 in each cell, and I got to tell you, I'm not one to cut out the weakest one and just keep the one. No, I separate them and I pot them up. That's just me. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to adjust this camera so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'll be right back. All right, so you can see this now. All right, so we're going to start by, oh, where's my protector? Here we go. As always, we're going to protect my desk. I have a little shovel here. So we're going to get them out now. Because these are so overgrown, I'm sure we're going to disturb these roots quite a bit. I anticipate them to be extremely tangled because of the growth. So we're going to put a little bit of this on the roots before up potting them. This is mycorrhizal inoculant. This is going to help with the stress of the transplant. Okay, again, we're going to start with these Georgia collards. Let's make sure this is the row of Georgia collards. Yes. So this is this first row here. And I'll start at the back. Use this little shovel that just came apart. All right, so that's the first one. So and I just normally this one's not as bad as I thought. They look good and healthy. I haven't given these any fertilizer. I don't fertilize until I pot up. That's just me. Not saying that's what you should do. That's just what I do. Because I don't want anything like this to happen. Anyone will grow too fast. Now they're moist, so now that was a lot easier than anticipated. All right, so let me get a couple of these full. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But good roots. Very good roots. But again, we'll probably just do collards tonight. And then tomorrow we'll finish up the rest of them. And then we'll start peppers. And that's one done. That one is complete. You don't want any air pockets in here now. One Georgia collard. Here's what I'm worried about. Am I going to have the room for all this stuff? Because last year, I had way more plants than I needed. All right, so again, I'm not cutting one out and keeping the strongest one. All three of these looked good, so I'm potting up all three. I have never been able to bring myself to do that, cut out the weakest one. Not unless the weakest one is a little spindly thing. Now these things look really good. I didn't even have a fan on them. Now usually after I pot them all up, get them all transplanted and potted up, that's when I normally put a fan. I'll put a fan on them at that time, but not right away, because again, they're going to go through some shock. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't even put this stuff on. I only did 2 without it, so we'll put them in. All the rest will get it. Because I didn't do that much disturbing of the roots on these 3 that came out of that first sale. All right. So one sale's done. That looks good. Georgia collards. Now let's see. Hopefully all of them look good like this. That one's a little bit more. I have 3 in this one as well. It's a little bit more, not really root bound, but they're tangled a little bit. Oh, I think I got to these just in time, because this one looks like it was just about to start wrapping around, but not quite. So I normally just, it's very moist. I did give them a good watering today, because those lights, you have to check on them when you have them under the lights often, because they will dry out. I've had plants I've lost a few plants by not checking on them when they're under the lights. Like I say, guys, try to avoid just straight pulling them apart. And I think I'm going to lose some roots on this one. I don't know, because there's a little, let me see if I can get that ball loose. Like a little root ball, all tangled. I don't just pull them apart, just kind of jiggle them until they just kind of fall. Like I said, this one was just about to wrap around. Well, that came off easy without me having to pull. One of these is real dainty. Now this one, a little weak. A little bit of the mycorrhizal, see? I put there in the bottom. All right, make a little hole. Usually just put my thumb and make a little indentation there, like a little hole for it to just sit in. And then just fill the rest in. Again, just I press to make sure all the air pockets are out. All right. Looks good. Looks good. So like I said, I'll be giving these maybe by next Thursday. Today is Sunday the 22nd. So today's Sunday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'll check on them, see how they look. And I'll give them a little fertilizer Wednesday or Thursday. I want to look at them first and make sure. And I am putting this stuff on them, guys. I just had some in that little thing, so I just dumped the pile there. So as you can see, it has it on there. And again, make the little hole in the middle and drop them right in. All right. That looks good. That one's drooping a little bit. They all were kind of drooping earlier today because I watered them late. So they all had a little bit of droop going on, but they perked up. As you can see, they all perked right back up after I watered them, and I let them set a while before I started to do this. I'm set about an hour or so, let them perk up and get that good drink, and hopefully they do well. I think they will, though. Never really had any bad luck with my collards. They usually do okay. Oh, that's 2. All right, so that's 2 cells done. I have a little, like I told you guys, I reused my trays. Here's another tray that I'm going to reuse that I washed out from last year. And so as I do them, as I pot them up, I'm going to put them in here. I don't think this tray is going to be big enough. I have a lot of collards, but again, I have a lot of family, and they come over for collards. So I plant a lot of these on purpose for that reason, because starting to twine a little bit. I have only 2 in this one, just 2 in that one. So this is not taking as long as I thought it would. I can't believe how easy these roots are coming apart without ripping. They're like intact. I have another little shovel. I think I'll use one to do the mycorrhizal. And I think it worked pretty good by putting a little bit here and just dipping it in there. That worked pretty good. So that's how I'm going to do it. Never did it like this before, but see? I used to try to just sprinkle it on there, but this is easier, faster, in my opinion, for me. And to each his own. You know, if you want to try using this when you pot up, if you don't already, just do what works for you. But like I said, I just started using this stuff last year. I don't think I've had a lot of issue with transplant shock when I'm potting up. Because again, I usually do it before they get to this size. and I am shocked by the growth. Okay. All right, this is the last. Oh, there was 3. I thought it was only 2. There was 3 in that one. Dipping it in here. Make a little hole in the middle after pressing down and making sure there are no air pockets. And I don't wear gloves, guys. That's just me. Some people like to wear gloves anytime they're touching soil. I don't. I just do it. I think that was my last little one of Georgia collards. We're going to go to the big ones now. Big ones take more soil. But it's okay. I don't have to fill them all the way up. But of course I will. I did not finish. Here's the tray here. I almost finished the collards. I have 3 cells left. There was about 4 to 5 plants in each cell. I still have all these to pot up. So I will finish with the collards tomorrow, and then also start potting up the rest. I ran out of pots that were marked collards. I did have a couple of extras, but not enough to finish it out. I do have several pots left. Like these are all Swiss chard, but you know, like I said before, they're all pre-written out of what goes in there. So here is what we ended up with. So that's one pot. I did water them because I want them to perk up because they got a little shot going on. And then here is the other tray. So I did do quite a few. So I have 2 trays filled with them. They don't look bad. They look pretty good. Like I said, I just watered them. Give them a little bit of water. So I will finish up tomorrow. I will also hopefully have time to start my peppers tomorrow. Normally, like I said, I plant those. I start my peppers, eggplant, flowers mid-February, and tomatoes. Tomatoes I usually do maybe the end of February. But if I have time, I'll plant those as well tomorrow. But definitely want to start my peppers because I am a week behind on those. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification button so that you will be notified when I upload my next video, when we will be planting peppers. And I hope to see you all there. Bye-bye, guys.